All right, let's talk numbers now. And Co-operative Bank has registered a 19% growth in its pre-tax profit for the first 9 months of the year 2013 to record 8.91 billion shillings compared to last year's 7.49 billion shillings. Now, the lender's total asset grew by 16% from last year's 197.7 billion shillings to settle at just about 228.8 billion shillings for the period under review. Despite this growth, the bank's total operating expenses grew by 23%, with the bank's executives attributing the rise to the bank's investment in ICT infrastructure, as well as the regional expansion into new markets like Southern Sudan. The period under review saw the bank carry out a cost rationalization exercise that saw the redeployment of staff to newly opened branches. Co-operative Bank is Kenya's third largest bank by asset base. Staying at the bank, and single-day check clearance by commercial banks is a key issue in the quest to regional hub as a country. However, as Joy Doreen Bira now reports, only few banks are yet to put the truncation into full process.
August 2013 saw a milestone as commercial banks were expected to begin clearing checks in one day to increase the cash flow. The check truncation system known as T+1 has seen banks across the country benefit a great deal.
The fate of the check, because the transmission is transmitted electronically, the process is much faster, and then two, is much more efficient, because you have converted what was initially manual into an electronic process. So it's much more efficient. And then thirdly, it's much safer.
The checks clearing cycle, which affects checks denominated in Kenyan shillings only, has seen a one-day reduction in time taken for banks to process interbank checks. However, this also presents a set of challenges to the financial institutions.
Initially, where the collecting bank just received the check, compiled everything, took it to the clearing house, and then it was the responsibility of the paying bank upon receiving the actual physical check that you then check against the record you have on file.
While the new system has seen an upsurge in the volumes of checks being processed at the automated clearing house, the collecting bank is responsible for identifying and processing only genuine checks and image quality of the checks, as well as visible alterations of the face of the checks that are lost after truncation. The Kenya Bankers Association adds that while this is a step in seeing Kenya achieve financial hub in the region, banks ought to be cautious.
Got to become very innovative, and also they have got to maintain a very close touch with their client to ensure that their controls are still in place despite the reduction in number of days. So you don't have as much time as you initially had, but you still have got to put in enough controls.
Joy Doreen Bira, KTN Business.